Hey guys, welcome back here to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Joelle and I'm a full-time reseller on platforms like Poshmark and WhatNot. And today I have a thrift haul to show you all. I finally got the chance to go back to my Honey Hole thrift store, which is my go-to one. They have a lot of 98-cent tags and I actually have stuff here on the hanger. So I'm feeling a little more organized today, but I think I got around 20 to 25 items for $86. Overall, I had a lot of 98-cent tags, but there were also some items that I did pay around $6 or $7 for, just because they were good trending items and really great brands. But we are going to get right into this thrift haul. And first up, I have this activewear vest. The brand is Kalia, which is Carrie Underwood's activewear line. I personally have not sold this brand before, but I have seen from a lot of other YouTubers that it is a great bread and butter brand to sell. I thought that this was a really good style and it was half off of $6.98, I believe. So overall, I think it was a great pickup. I will most likely be putting this in my WhatNot activewear show, which is next week. But if it doesn't sell, I think I would list it for around 30 to 35 bucks on Poshmark and hope to get a quick turnaround for it. But overall, I was really happy with this activewear pickup. And next up, also for half off, I have this Young, Fabulous, and Broke jacket. If you don't know, this is a brand that is sold, I think, primarily on Revolve. I've seen it a couple of times in TJ Maxx, but it's usually really overpriced. And it is just this really cute flowy jacket. You can wear it open front, or there is a little drawstring tie right here. It's really difficult to capture just on a hanger, so thankfully I was able to put it on the mannequin and make it look a little better. But I'm hoping I can find some more details on this jacket. It cost me about $3.49 if I'm not mistaken, so I think it is a good pickup. I didn't run comps for this specific jacket because I couldn't find a lot of details on it, but just because it is a good Revolve brand, I figured for that low enough cost of goods, it would be worth the pickup. And if it doesn't sell well on Poshmark, I could just take it to a consignment store and make a couple bucks for it. So that leads me to my next item, which is this Lilly Pulitzer 100% cotton leopard print dress. This is definitely not a super expensive piece compared to other Lilly dresses, but for $3.99, I could not pass this one up. I've never sold Lilly Pulitzer on Poshmark before, but I have sold a dress on WhatNot, and I am a part of a Lilly Pulitzer buy sell trade group on Facebook. So I'm thinking that I will just put it in that group and try to get a quick turnaround for it. It is a size extra small and definitely more of a basic piece. I do really like the pattern on this one though, so I think that might bring up the value a bit. But if I were trying to get a quick turnaround, I would probably list this for $25, maybe 30 bucks with free shipping, and try to get a quick flip on that Facebook buy sell trade group. But if you are not a part of these types of Facebook groups, I would definitely recommend becoming a part of them. I personally am a part of the Lilly Pulitzer one, I'm in a Lululemon one, and there are a lot of other great brands that have their own personal buy sell trade groups. Overall, I think it is a great idea to be a part of them because you know exactly who your target audience is. And I think because of that, you are more likely to get quick flips and get a pretty decent profit. So let this be your sign to join those Facebook groups. I will link the Lilly Pulitzer one and the Lululemon one that I am a part of so that you all can check it out. But overall, I think it is a great idea. And next up was one of my favorite finds that I am really tempted to keep. This was my most expensive piece of the haul. It cost me $7.49 and it is this Express trench coat. I actually put this trench coat on my Instagram story. I did a thing called Thrift or Pass where I would post pictures of stuff in my cost of goods and people would vote if I should thrift it or if I should pass on it. And the majority of people put that I should pass on it. I don't know if it's because of the brand or because of the cost of goods, but I have a lot of luck selling Express in my closet. And one thing that I look out for when I am selling Express is to look at the care tag on the interior. You can see I got the tag right here. I'll just take a picture of it because it's gonna be hard to see on the camera. But the Express tags, along with brands like Madewell and J. Crew, will show you when the item was manufactured. So this one was made in November of 2020, which is considered a fairly recent year. It is missing a belt, which is why I'm tempted to keep it. But I do think I could sell this for around 40 to 50 bucks, maybe a little bit more, because this is such a timeless style. And again, Express does really well for me, especially their pieces that are business casual or going out. I think that this is the perfect mix of both. So I'll probably be listing this for around 50 bucks, maybe upwards to around 60 or 70. and hope to profit at least 20 or 25 bucks for it. Now that takes me to the next item, which is one of my cheaper half off tags. For $1.99, I have this Athleta workout tank. Typically, this thrift store will price Athleta around that $9 to $10 range, but somehow they did not know that this was Athleta. You can see the logo here at the bottom, but the tag was cut out, so I think that is why they decided to just price it a little cheaper. Obviously, I am thankful for that. I did find a couple of Athleta pieces that you will see in this haul for a really good price point. And this particular piece I will be listing in my next WhatNot activewear show. If you're watching this, I'll link the show below because it is next week. But I'm putting it on WhatNot rather than on my other platforms because Athleta tank tops don't do the best for me. I will say that Athleta is one of my best-selling brands, but I prefer to pick up their leggings only if they are 7/8 or full length, and I will pick up a lot of their pullovers and outerwear, but tank tops just don't hold the same resale value as other categories. But I have had a good experience selling Athleta tank tops along with other tank tops from Lululemon and Nike on WhatNot, so I will probably start this bid at $5 and hope to get a quick flip for it. If it doesn't sell on WhatNot, which I think it will, but if it does not, I will just take this straight to Plato's Closet and they'll probably give me $3 or $4 for it. So next up, I have a bread and butter brand that just sold for $5 last night on WhatNot. I have this Knox Rose pleated blouse, and if you don't know, Knox Rose is only a Target brand, so it doesn't retail for a ton. But I have had a really positive experience selling Knox Rose and other Target brands. I have sold them both on WhatNot and my other platforms like Poshmark and Mercari. So overall, if I can find it for around $2 or less, I will pick up pieces like this that are very unique or a good style. This particular piece only cost me 98 cents, so I figured that I would get the quick flip on WhatNot. I was very happy to see this go, and I ended up profiting a couple bucks for it, which is what I usually anticipate for Target brands when I am selling them on WhatNot, or if I'm taking them to a consignment store. So overall, this did the job. I wanted to get the quick flip, and I am really happy to see that sale on WhatNot. And next up, we have another item that I will hopefully be selling on WhatNot. This is also Target, and it is a New Day floral dress. It does have this little tie around the belt, and I picked this up because it was 98 cents. And I also think that it is a great spring staple piece. There's not much more to say about this dress because, like I said with that Knox Rose one, I will pick up Target brands as long as they are around $2 or less. This one did not sell last night on WhatNot, but I will continue to put it in my shows. And if it does not sell, I will just take this one straight to Plato's Closet. But overall, I think this was a good pickup. And hopefully, like that Knox Rose shirt, I can get a couple bucks for it. And next up, I have this Free People piece. I will say this only sold for $5 on WhatNot last night. It only cost me 98 cents, but I decided to put it on WhatNot for a couple of reasons. The first one is that it's not a very trendy style. This is definitely not a Free People piece that's very sought after or coveted. And the other reason is that there was a little flaw on it. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there was some weird blue mark right around that underarm area. So I figured it wouldn't be worth trying to get it out. And if I put this on Poshmark, I'd probably list it for $25, maybe $30. And while I do love picking up Free People, I have noticed that a lot of my pieces sit for a while. So when I can find it cheap enough, I prefer to just put it on WhatNot because people on WhatNot are definitely attracted to those lower prices. So even though this didn't bring me a lot of profit, it definitely brought me some good positive attention on WhatNot because people love seeing Free People starting so low. And I am just really happy that I was able to make a quick flip for this. All right, next up we have a new with tags item. For 98 cents, I have this Calvin Klein black textured peplum tank top. Calvin Klein is typically a brand that I will pass up at the thrift store, especially if it is overpriced. This one had a red tag on it, which was the 98-cent tag. It was priced at $12.98. The retail for it is only $69, so I would never pay that much. I don't even think I would pay half off for it. But because it was 98 cents, I figured I could not pass that up, especially because the tags are attached. And with a piece like this, if it doesn't sell on Poshmark, I did list it for $30. I will just take it to Clothes Mentor or Style Encore. If you don't know, those are both consignment stores that focus primarily on women's fashion. rather than somewhere like Plato's Closet that focuses more on teen fashion. I don't think I have any Calvin Klein pieces listed in my Poshmark closet, so I don't really know what to expect. But if this does sit longer than maybe 1 or 2 months, I will definitely just take this to a consignment store. And I do feel confident that I could get around $3 or $4 for it at least, maybe a little bit more because the tags are attached. All right, next up we have another 98-cent tag, and this is another business casual piece. So for 98 cents, I have this Banana Republic Martin Fit navy blue slacks. These pants are in excellent condition, and I really just picked them up because they were 98 cents. I personally love selling pants. I think that they're really easy to take pictures of, and for some reason, I actually enjoy taking measurements on them, especially compared to dresses and tops. So when I do find a good, cheap pair of pants, I figure that the listing is going to be very hassle-free for me, so it will be worth the pickup, even for pants like this that might end up sitting for a while. But I do think I could sell them for at least 20 bucks on Poshmark. I haven't looked up comps, but I'm thinking that I'll list them for around 30 to 35 bucks. And when it comes to these 98-cent tags, I am always willing to accept lower offers, especially for these bread and butter pieces that aren't necessarily desirable. So if the right person comes along and sends me an offer, I almost always accept as long as I'm doubling my profits. For these particular pants, I'd probably take offers for as low as 15 bucks. So I'm hoping that I will at least profit $10 for these Banana Republic trousers. All right, next up is one of my favorite pieces from the haul. This is an Elan or Ellen. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will share the tag with you guys. It is just this gorgeous, flowy maxi dress. I think it is called the boho goddess dress. And my favorite part is that it is a complete open back. This dress has no flaws to it, and I did pay up for it at $7.98. I still think that it will be a good pickup because we are in that wedding guest season, so a lot of people are looking for dresses. I know I've been selling a lot of dresses and just spring items in general a lot more lately. I think a lot of people are just itching for that spring weather, around 60 to 65 bucks. And I will definitely make sure to make this a keyword heavy listing so it can be really searchable on Google. But overall, I'm really happy with this pickup, and I think it can sell during this spring season. All right, next up we have that other Athleta pickup. For $4.98, I have these Athleta Salutation Stash tights. It's definitely a tongue twister to say, but I love picking up Athleta. I think I said earlier that it is one of my best-selling brands. And as I said earlier, Athleta is usually upcharged at about $9 to $10 at this thrift store. But these are one of those leggings where the logo is really dark and it is on this textured animal print, so it's really hard to see. So they only priced it at $4.98. But I knew right when I felt these leggings that they were Athleta. The Salutation Stash line is definitely a good seller. And these particular leggings, like some other brands I've shown you, it does have under the care tag the year that it was made. This was made in May of 2021. So definitely a modern style. I did list these for $45 on Poshmark already, and typically with Athleta leggings for pre-owned, I will sell them for around that $25 to $40 range. I did price them at 45 bucks rather than around that $50 to $60 range because I am hoping to possibly get a full price sale for this one. But overall, I love selling Athleta, especially bestsellers like this piece. So I do think I can profit at least $25, maybe $30 for these leggings. All right, next up we have a 98-cent tag and another piece that sold for $5 on WhatNot for my show last night. I have this American Eagle tiered floral mini dress. I sold this on WhatNot rather than on Poshmark because American Eagle apparel, with the exception of jeans and outerwear from what I've heard, takes a while to sell. I have personally only sold American Eagle jeans on Poshmark, and I have had success on other platforms too, but I also have American Eagle pieces like dresses and tops that have been sitting for around 1 to 2 years. And I have noticed that on WhatNot, American Eagle sells really well for me. So I will usually price it at around that $3 to $5 range for a starting bid. I was really happy to see this sell, especially because I purchased it the same day that I sold it. And another great thing about picking up American Eagle, as long as I keep my cost of goods at $2 or less, is that if it doesn't sell on WhatNot, I can just take it straight to Plato's Closet because American Eagle is one of their best-selling brands as well. So this was a pickup I was really happy with, and like that Knox Rose shirt, it definitely did the job that it was supposed to do. because I did get a good quick flip for it. All right, looks like we have about 6, maybe 7 more items. Next up is another 98-cent tag that I picked up mostly for style. I have these Liverpool kind of jegging trousers. I think they are a skinny fit, and my favorite part is the color scheme. They are a chocolate brown with a lighter brown plaid pattern to them. They're very stretchy and definitely a flattering fit. I personally never sold Liverpool, but it's one of those brands that definitely retails for a lot, but just doesn't hold that resale value anymore. I know I see it a lot at the thrift stores, but like I said, I picked these up strictly for style. I know chocolate brown is a pretty popular color this year, so I do look out for a lot of pieces in that specific color, but I think that this is a good bread and butter piece to add to my closet. I'll probably list them for 25 bucks and hope to profit at least $10 to $15 for these jeans. Next up is a pair of pants that I wish I would have examined more because there's one small flaw, but thankfully they were only 98 cents. So here I have these Vici army green cargo joggers. I've actually never picked up Vici before. I know that the resale value isn't always the best, but I picked these up specifically for the style because cargo pants are very trending this year in 2023, and I always love picking up this army green color. But there's one small flaw, as I said. On the back here, the pocket is coming a little bit loose here at the top seam. The pocket still functions just fine, but I do wish I would have looked at it a little bit more before purchasing, because if I would have seen it, I probably would have left these behind. I will still probably list these for 25 bucks and take some pretty low offers if I get them, just because they do have that flaw. But if you ever do see cargo pants in the thrift store or cargo shorts, I would definitely recommend looking up comps. Like I said, that is a 2023 fashion trend, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Next up, I have another 98-cent tag. This is a great bread and butter brand, but I just have this Eddie Bauer black maxi dress. I picked this up, one, because of the cost of goods, but also because it is a maxi dress. If this were a mini or above the knee one, I probably would pass on it. But I do think that these very casual, comfy maxi dresses sell really well, and especially this time of year because we are in that transition season from winter to spring. So I think that this could be a really good, maybe $15 to $25 sale. But Eddie Bauer is one of those bread and butter brands that I will pick up if it is on that 98-cent tag week. I do think that this dress will sell maybe fairly quick. For this piece, I probably wouldn't spend more than $2 if I found it at a thrift store. But like I said, I think it is a great piece for the transition season, and hopefully I can profit at least 10 to 15 bucks for it. Next up is another piece that I paid a little up for $7.98. I have these Pilcrow Anthropologie distressed ripped jeans. I picked this up because I think this is a modern Pilcrow tag. I love picking up modern Anthropologie. I feel like I've said that in my past 3 to 4 videos, but I cannot stress enough how well these modern Anthropologie pieces resell online. But I thought these jeans were really cute, and I was really surprised that they priced them at $7.98 because they don't have any flaws to them. But these are jeans that I might end up keeping for myself if they fit me. And overall, jeans are one of my favorite categories to sell. Like I said with those Banana Republic pants too, I always have a very hassle-free experience when I'm listing pants and jeans. I find it really fun to photograph them and to measure them, so I love picking them up. And for this brand, I'm definitely willing to pay a little bit up for. Just a ballpark, because I haven't looked up comps, I think I could profit at least 20 or 25 bucks for these jeans. And if they don't have the best resale value, I will just put them on WhatNot and try to get the quick flip. All right, we have 3 more items left. In looking at them, I picked them up not because of the brands, but because of style. This one definitely is still a good brand, but for $6.98, I have this Charlie Holiday houndstooth blazer. If you don't know, Charlie Holiday is a brand that I've seen on Revolve before. I think it's an Australian brand, but I picked it up, like I said, not because of the brand. That definitely was a factor, but I really picked it up because of the style and because of the pattern. Houndstooth is a timeless classic, and I almost always pick up a piece that's houndstooth as long as the price is right. And I've had a lot of success this past year selling blazers, primarily vintage ones, but I think this is a really great style. And even though it is modern, it is a great brand. And like I said, the houndstooth is a timeless classic. So I actually listed this one for $50. I'm gonna give it about a week or so to see if it has any bites. If not, I'll probably lower the price to $40 or $45 because I feel like 50 was a little bit on the higher end, but I also couldn't find a lot of listings with a specific blazer. So I'm hoping that because of that, the right buyer might come along. But if not, it is no big deal and I will just lower the price. Overall, I'm hoping that I can profit at least 20 bucks though for this blazer. All right, next up is one of my favorite pieces from this haul. For $5.98, I have this Current Air Los Angeles pink midi skirt. It does have that slit and it has this really pretty kind of shimmery pattern. Overall though, I picked this up because of the style and it was just a bonus that the brand is Current Air. If you don't know, Current Air is sold at Anthropologie and I think maybe at other retailers, but I've mostly seen it there. These midi skirts with the side slit are a really good trend. I think they started trending in 2022 and they kind of carried over into 2023. I know that this particular style is really popular if you pair it with something like a band tee and some platforms. So this is one of those listings that I made sure to add a lot of keywords to. And I can't remember what I priced it at, but I do think I can profit at least 20 or 25 bucks for this skirt. All right, we're on to the last item of this haul. For $5.98, I have another midi skirt. This one is from Halogen and it is a leopard print pleated midi skirt. So like I said, I picked this one up for style, but like that Current Air skirt, it is definitely a bonus that the brand is Halogen. Halogen is sold at Nordstrom Rack. It doesn't always have the best resale value, but with this particular skirt, I saw some sold comps for around 30 to 40 bucks. So I did list this one for $45 and it already has a couple of likes on it after just one day of listing. And I did consider putting this on WhatNot rather than Poshmark, but I have developed a little unofficial screening process when I do pick things up. When I'm trying to decide if I should sell something on WhatNot or Poshmark, I always look up sold comps on Poshmark, but I don't just look at the profits. I also look at the frequency of sold items. For this particular skirt, I think I saw around 8 to 10 sold comps, and that only went back to February. So that told me that this is a really sought after piece. And that is why I decided to sell it on Poshmark, because seeing how many sold comps there are, I feel like it is more worth it to wait maybe a couple of weeks to a month to get that bigger profit on Poshmark rather than getting the quick flip on WhatNot. So on the contrary, we had that Free People dress that I sold for $5 on WhatNot. That is a dress that I did not see a lot of good sold comps for. And it was something that really wasn't that sought after or trending style. So because of that, there is really no guarantee that that item is going to sell quick. So I would rather get that quick flip on WhatNot rather than sitting around waiting for it to sell on Poshmark. So that is my typical process for deciding whether to list something on Poshmark or on WhatNot. Okay, I thought that I was done with this haul, but I just realized that I forgot to show my favorite item that I bought. This is a two-piece set and I just photographed it. It is from Cynthia Rowley and I think it is her higher end label. I'm not sure if anyone could help me out in the comments, but here's the tag. If you don't know, Cynthia Rowley has a higher end line, but there's also a diffusion line that is sold a lot at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think that tag is black with a blue font, so I'm pretty sure that this is the higher end one. But like I said, this is a two-piece set. It is a skirt with a blouse. Here is the skirt. I think it is so cute. And then here is the top. So this was, like I said, my favorite item from the haul. It was sold separately, which kind of shocked me, but they charged me $4.98 for each piece. I have no clue what to list this two-piece set at because I could not find anything on Google Lens. I did end up finding the skirt that was being sold separately for $17, and then I found this top being sold separately for $40. But since it is a two-piece set, I feel like it would be a little bit more sought after to get both pieces at once. And like I said, I think this is the higher end Cynthia Rowley. So I did draft out this whole listing except the price, and Poshmark suggested comps had me listing it at around $60 to $90. So I think I will probably list this for around 70 to 75 bucks. But I am gonna see if I can find a little more information on the piece to see if I should price it either lower or higher than that price point. All right, now that is all I have for you today. If you're still here watching this thrift haul, I really appreciate you making it through the whole video. I know I had a lot of items and I feel like I haven't had this big of a thrift haul for a while to put on YouTube. And if you want to see more reseller content like this, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you don't miss any videos. I have changed my upload date. I feel like I've done this a lot, but I am officially going to be uploading every Friday. But if you want to check out my channel, I do have all of my playlists, and I do a what sold video every 2 weeks. So you can definitely keep up with good BOLO brands and trending items that are selling in my closet. But overall, just thank you all so much for supporting my channel. And now that we're at the end of this video, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you for the next video.